Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot reading for the month of June 2023. So let's dive straight into it. Your energy oracle for this month is the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Ooh, exciting, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is giving a lot of creative energy and really throwing yourself into whatever you're passionate about. And also, this is giving me a lot of physical, sensual energy, if you get what I'm saying. So either or both of those may apply to you. We just see you really exploring that more passionate, physical, primal place of yours this month. So really exciting stuff for Cancerians. Moving on. Also, happy birthday if you have a birthday this month. Your message from your spirit guides and past loved ones for this month is a father's love. Okay, so if you have a father or even a grandfather, some type of fatherly figure who has passed away that you still think about and are connected to spiritually, and maybe you see signs or just feel their presence in your life or have dreams about them, this is definitely coming in to say, that is me. When you feel me in your spirit, in your energy, I am truly there. That is truly a message from me. I never left, okay? A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength, okay, can I pause for a second and say that, I specifically feel like someone watching has to hear that, maybe you had a dream about a father or grandfather that has passed away, maybe even an uncle, I don't know. I'm really feeling just father though. And my thing is, if you dream of a spirit or anyone really, and you look them in the eyes and their face doesn't change, that is a sign that you are talking to a real spirit, whether they're someone who passed away, whether it's a random spirit guide, whether it's even a demon, okay? The same message applies. So I just feel like someone had to hear that, because it's maybe you had a dream about your father and it's that was actually them. So if it was, you had that experience where you looked them in the eyes and it really felt like their energy. Because sometimes you do have dreams about past loved ones and it's not necessarily them visiting you, it's just your subconscious mind working through stuff. Anyways, the strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. I also feel guided to say, if your father has not passed away, I see them and their energy almost reaching out to you, or maybe it's a father figure, because I know a lot of us don't have fathers, which is sad. But I feel like if they're still here, you might notice that their energy is kind of a bit more reaching out to you this month. Even if you're not super close with them, you'll really feel it for some reason, which makes sense. I mean, Father's Day is this month, so I don't know, maybe there's something to do with that. Maybe you'll have a nice time with that. I mean, it's so hard for me to relate here. And if you don't have a close relationship with your father, I think this message still applies to you. I am not close to my father at all, but he still exists in my life. And I don't know, it might even just be something that you feel like your father is reaching out to you a bit more, or their energy almost is thinking about you more. And it's a very psychic thing. Even if they don't talk to you, even if you're not on good terms, you might feel their good intentions towards you and their love towards you. And if you are feeling that, whether they're passed away, whether they're still here, just know that that love is real and they are actually sending you that energetically. And you're a Cancerian, so you have a lot of psychic abilities, so you're really able to pick up on this energetic exchange that you are receiving. You're receiving blessings, prayers, affirmations, good, loving things from your father in the energetic realms at this time is the story here. We have loneliness coming through. Now, this is honestly, I'm going to be completely honest, my favorite card in this deck. Okay, because here's the message. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude. And that's when kindred spirits can finally come. I feel this so hard for Cancerian energy this month, so hard. It's not saying that you're going to be lonely, okay? Clarification, not lonely. It's that you are no longer settling for people beneath your standards. There has been a lot of lessons with Cancerians in the past couple of weeks when it comes to not accepting behavior that is less than what you deserve. And also not giving people the benefit of the doubt so liberally, okay? Which is totally a Cancerian problem. Totally a problem that y'all share, okay? Giving people the benefit of the doubt when they really are just a bad person. You're not doing it anymore. Because this is like the biggest life lesson for anyone with strong Cancer placements. Because it's like you love people so deeply. You give the most out of any zodiac sign. And yet, like, you love so deeply and unconditionally that one of the biggest life lessons for Cancer placements is to have boundaries for themselves and not settle for less than what you deserve, okay? That pure love that you offer should only be given to the right people, places, circumstances. And so this card is saying you are breaking out of a cycle of settling in friendships, in relationships, in jobs, constantly like not wanting to get rid of people because you're dummy thick loyal, okay? You don't want to like let people go, but you're starting to realize that it's better to be alone and at peace with yourself than it is to be settling and constantly having to hold a relationship, a friendship together. So you're just like letting it all go, like putting your hands up energetically and saying, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm happy on my own, so anything above that, anything beyond myself, any relationship beyond myself should be a benefit, okay? It should add to my alone time, not subtract from it, okay? Not subtract from my happiness that is foundational to me. It's like your alone time is peaceful, you have fun being alone, and that's the foundation. Every other relationship, if it's not adding to that foundation, it ain't in your life anymore. That's the lesson you learned, and that is the lesson you're implementing through actions this month. And I feel like everyone watching is going to be at different levels of this. So for some of you, it's like you already learned this lesson, and this month you're attracting really awesome people because of it, because you're not settling, and you like have this energetic like kind of security guard now where it's like you're not even going after people, not even giving the people the benefit of the doubt. It's like come correct or don't come at all. And then for others of you, you are learning this lesson right now. You're spending more time on your own, which will eventually attract these beautiful kindred spirits to you. So you all might be at different places in the journey. I do feel like most of you are attracting really great people this month. So yeah. So message from the moon, your spirit guide, because you're a Cancer, is the full moon, surrender to the divine. Yeah, like I said, hands up in the air, like you're just letting it go. If it's meant to be, it'll be. That's the attitude you are taking on this month. Full moons are also very emotional times where you see the truth very, very clearly. So I feel like you're really in your power when it comes to seeing through people, okay? Seeing what's not being spoken, really in your Cancerian power of being able to just read between the lines, and you're no longer playing around. Like you trust your intuition this time around, so it's really protecting you. We're gonna get 9 cards from you from the Starman Tarot, which I don't use that often. I should start using it more because it's such a beautiful deck. And this is just gonna get into more specific details about your month ahead. We're doing 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 to just kind of paint a story. There's no association with each of the card placements. It's literally just like 9 cards, paint a picture for me, spirit. Okay, what does this month look like? First card out for you is the 10 of Swords. Love that. Honestly, I do love the 10 of Swords as your first card because what this tells me is that this month is only going to get better for you. Like you already were at the point of separation, betrayal, something ending, something not working out, being lonely, being in your dark night of the soul. Maybe you were doing some grieving, experiencing some loss these past few weeks, these past few months. But it's like, it's done now. It's done now. You're only gonna level up from here. So I love that as the first card. If there was anywhere else in the spread, I would be like, eh. But it's the first card, so what that tells me is you're coming out of that energy, which is stunning. So let's see. Next we have the Princess of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords. And in this deck, it's interesting. We see a city here. So I do wonder if some of you guys, I'm hearing the phrase international city. So I do wonder if you will be visiting or maybe you live in an international city. So that would be places like New York City, Berlin, Tokyo, Bangkok, like any type of huge international type of city. There's something there with that. Maybe you're planning a trip there. Maybe you're doing something with that. I'm also seeing here, like, I don't know. Is it weird to say like Sex in the City vibes? I've never even seen that show, to be honest with you, but it's just like giving me independence. It's giving me like I'm just open to experience. I'm open to see what happens. Just kind of this beautiful new place mentally where the world is your oyster. And it's just really a mindset that you're taking on this month. And that comes after loss, specifically. It comes after failure, it comes after loss, where it's like, okay, what is done, but now there is space in my life to experience so much new stuff, and like kind of just keeping an open mind, trying new things. That's what I'm seeing for you this month, which is really exciting. Okay, we have the Princess of Pentacles in reversed, right next to that Princess of Swords, which is next to that Ten of Swords. I definitely feel like a relationship was lost here in your spread, and I feel like you already know what I'm talking about. Like, it wouldn't be something that will be happening, it's something that already happened. So whatever type of relationship that is, some of you might have gone through a breakup, some of you might have had a friendship separation, or, you know, lost someone in your life in some way, shape, or form. So there's that. Okay, I want to say that things ended because someone was like refusing to change, with the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, like refusing to do their part here, refusing to grow, refusing to move things forward. Because whenever we see these pentacles in reverse, it kind of gives me the shadow aspects of earth energy, which is like refusal to grow, a situation that was stagnant. It's like you're growing, you're becoming a better person in life, you know, you're expanding your horizons, but this person is not. And so problems that existed before that might have not been a big deal, they turn into a pretty big deal, because it's like, I'm growing, I'm achieving, I'm becoming better for this connection, and you are not. So it's like, kind of like, and again, it goes back to that no longer fearing aloneness, no longer being so loyal to someone who's not growing in the same way that you are. So yeah. Let's see. We'll get some more clarity on this with more cards. Fourth card out, second row now, we have the Eight of Cups. This came out for Aries as well. This has been coming out a lot recently. We're all feeling a little bit guided at this time collectively to follow our own path and to walk away from the past. It's right underneath that Ten of Swords. This has been coming through in like every reading for the past few weeks, like some type of loss, breakup, ending, and feeling really intuitively like it's time to move forward with or without you. And there's definitely been an ending here. Eight of Cups is showing like this desire. And the thing is that is most painful about this is that whatever it is that was lost, whatever friendship, relationship, whatever it may be, there was a sense of fulfillment and genuine love that you may have gotten from that situation, from that person. But the problem with the Princess of Pentacles reversed is that while it was fulfilling, while it did a lot for you, it just only got away with being in your life by giving you the bare minimum, which isn't a pleasant experience. You know, we deserve more than the bare minimum. And I think that was a lesson that you had to learn through this loss, through this ending. It's just like barely surviving, barely hanging in there is not good enough. And so this, whatever this is, it came to an end, but it's still so very strongly in your energy at this time. And oh, it reminds me of that song by Major Lazer and featuring someone. It's living my life in spite of you. This is the best that I can do. What's that song called? Oh my God, this is gonna bother me. I don't know. Look it up. Look up the lyrics, I guess. But we see you kind of like moving on despite still possibly mourning, despite still having lingering heartbreak, because you know and you understand that a part of the healing journey is to kind of put yourself back out there, open your heart back up. Your heart is not closed for business, okay? And despite some sadness you might be feeling from something that was lost, you're still excitedly putting yourself out there, which is really great, listening to your intuition and having beautiful experiences. So center of your spread, oh my gosh, I love this for you. Center of your spread is the Sun. And this card truly shines so much positivity on all of these negative cards that you received, like ending, lost, heartbreak, whatever. The Sun is showing like that is what is happening logistically. Like you can look at your life and say that is what's happening, but your attitude your state of mind is actually quite happy and at peace. So I feel like you're definitely at peace with whatever is coming to an end in your life, and you're very excited for what is unfolding here, especially next to the Eight of Cups, the Princess of Swords. It's like this sense of independence, and now is the time where it feels to me like you're at your most attractive. You are pouring energy into your creativity, into your passions, having new experiences, and really leveling up in life. Like, you're feeling really inspired to live life so fully at this time during June. And I also see like day trips, I see city trips, I see putting yourself out in the sunlight, living your best, fullest life. The sun is a very abundant card, and it shows me that you are at such a beautiful vibration internally, and your mind space with all of these challenges and endings in your life it is just beautiful. And you're truly, like, you had the sacral chakra, which is all about creativity, passion, physical excitement, you know? It's like just letting life flow to you, through you, around you, out of you, like just really being here in the present moment as a human, you know, making art, making love, making food, getting out in the sunlight, drinking beautiful smoothies, you know, all of that basic human stuff that we are meant to experience separate from this corporate capitalistic cold society. That is what you are experiencing, and it's just so stunning. Like, I really see so much happiness for you this month. And I do want to say, if you sustain this vibration, you will see a lot of growth in your life as well, in whatever endeavor you want to grow in. So keep up the good work, the positive energy. We have, of course, the Nine of Pentacles. This is good business. This is good money. This is hobbies. So especially right next to the sun, any creative projects you have right now that may have been stalled in the past or going through a tough time, like creative projects or goals, like maybe you procrastinated something, put something off, or like had an idea in your head for a long time but never actually took action on it. We actually see you taking action on it, moving forward with it. And if this is something that already exists in your life, it is growing exponentially. Like, say you have a TikTok where you post like recipes and different like food stuff that you make, and you only had like 2 followers this whole time. Like, this Nine of Pentacles next to the sun is like suddenly blowing up and suddenly like improving your creative hobby and turning it into an actual monetized project and an actual business. So many of you, if that message resonates with you, we do see lots of creativity being monetized, and you don't have to monetize all your creative endeavors, but I don't know, I'm just seeing like you kind of getting the sense of returning back to what it means to be a human, returning back to enjoying being this creative person with hobbies, with passions, with interests, and growing in that, and kind of transitioning your life. If you are living the corporate dream or at a job that you can't stand, I actually see you making moves to transition into a life where you truly can wake up and do what you're passionate about every single day. So take a lot of action on that this month, because it will grow quite quickly. And I feel, especially for some reason with Jupiter now being in Taurus, and it will be for the next year, it's just a good time for that. It's a good time to see expansion when it comes to anything that you offer value in. Whatever makes you happy and passionate, whatever makes you confident, there's going to be a lot of expansion in that this year. Okay, 3rd row out now. The 7th card for you is the Queen of Pentacles in reversed. So we have the Princess of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reversed, but then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I do feel like maybe financially or physically, like you're kind of just getting by, and that can be a bit of a frustrating feeling, but you're maintaining a positive attitude and you're not giving up, and you're continuously trying to grow your dream, grow in the direction that you want. And again, this would have to do with like physical things, like the things that you own, house, car, home, money, assets, and it could also be like your actual income, job. It could be your health as well. So I see some like sense of frustration that you might have had with anything regarding that area of life. But this, I swear, is like the turning point where things are starting to grow. The 2nd house is really standing out to me, like astrology, 2nd house, the house of Taurus, the house of finances and physical beauty and splendor and the physical comforts of life, our luxuries. It's really standing out to me. I feel like that area is going to begin growing for you exponentially within the next 12 months, I want to say, with this transit that is happening. I just feel it intuitively for you, Cancer, who is watching this. Okay, so I feel like the end of a long struggle seems to be here. And you're enjoying this almost like new perspective of life. We have the Empress, of course. See, this is the thing, Cancer. The energy keeps going back and forth and back and forth. So I feel like it's almost, man, how do I even describe this? Like, do you guys, I don't know how old you are. Do you guys remember like those big box TVs where you turn it on and it have to like dial up and like it had that screen and that little noise that was like really staticky and like it took a while for it to actually turn on. I don't know why a vision of that is coming through here where it's like there was a quantum leap in your internal vibration, but it's still dialing up. It's still turning on. And so it's like you have this old reality of who you were, which might have been, you know, Princess of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a lot of lack, poverty, health issues, just, you know, like stress, feeling like you're a corporate slave, like you can't do the things you want to do, like being mad at the rich, that's like your old self, right? And I feel like there are certain astrology, and they're not showing me what the actual transits or placements that took place, but like something in astrology happened, like the stars aligned and it made you do a quantum leap energetically into a new version of yourself. Or maybe if you're really spiritually advanced and or shamanic, on the shamanic path in life, you might have done a ritual where you quantum leaped your vibration. And it's still integrating. So it worked successfully. It's still integrating and it's almost like dialing up right now. So it's like, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's almost when you're driving and you have your radio set to a certain station and you're just like on the outer limits of receiving that radio wavelength to your radio, right? And it's like one song from the channel that's being admitted over there is like starting to fade out a little bit, and then the new song from the new channel that you're driving towards is starting to come in, but it's still in that like back and forth, like staticky, like sounds like this song and then it's that song, then it's this song and it's that song. I feel like that is where you are energetically right now, but you are moving quickly towards this new direction, and it's like it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer, this new reality that you are stepping into. But right now you're in this as you're watching, you're in this staticky phase where it's like, I don't know, it could be involving your mood, like where you get really down on yourself and go back to your old way of thinking and get really frustrated, and then you jump back to like this other way of thinking where you're like actually viewing life with gratitude and seeing all the possibility around you and like living life to the fullest, and you're happy. And you'll notice like a kind of back and forth, but like the old version of you, when you jump back to it, it's becoming shorter and shorter and shorter of time that you're in that energy, and the new you is becoming longer and longer and longer and longer. Does that make sense? As what I'm saying makes sense right now? So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the cards here, seeing in this reading. And we see you entering this Empress phase where, to be honest with you, like everything you could want and need from life will be provided for you. No more of struggling, no more of poverty, no more of these crippling health issues, no more of addiction, no more of these false relationships that do not support you. You did all of the work, you learned all of your karmic lessons. The end of your shadow period is here. You learned the lessons you needed to learn. I'm getting the goosebumps. And you are entering this new stage of being where all of your needs will be met. And you're doing that this month. But you're still dialing up, okay? You're gonna get further and further into this energy as the month progresses, which is beautiful, and which is why it brings us back to what we said in the beginning, where we were like, you literally, like, the worst is behind you now, and, you know, it's just gonna get better and better as the month goes on. So let's see what your final card is this month. We have the Princess of Wands in reversed. So you have 3 princesses, or 3 pages. 2 reversed, 1 upright. Very social month for you, I will say. I also just see new people that may be attracted to you. I am seeing that with your increasing level of success, with your increasing level of self-mastery that is happening this month, you will be attracting more people to you like a magnet. You're gonna have people coming to you with all types of things, like wanting a slice of your Empress energy, okay? And I feel like the reason why you have 3 princesses with 2 in reversed is because you're gonna have to be really discerning about who is right for you, who's wrong for you, especially as a Cancer. Oh my God, especially as a Cancer, like, because you would give everyone the benefit of the doubt if you wanted, and I'm here to say don't do that, okay? I feel like you might have, I hope, this is gonna sound so weird, I hope that you have already had an experience in life that taught you that not everyone thinks the way that you think. Like, you would never dream of harming anyone, but there are people who literally consciously decide to manipulate people, consciously want to use people, and I hope that you have already had that experience and been through that, so that it's really sunken in for you that, like, you shouldn't just throw trust out there willy-nilly. You shouldn't just envelop people in your loving energy willy-nilly. Like, I hope you already learned that lesson, because this month success is coming forward for you, and you will actually have to start integrating this lesson and figure out like who is not worth your time, who is not worth your energy, and not fear being alone. It takes us back to the original message of loneliness. That is the foundation. Everyone else should be adding, not subtracting. So that is kind of like, I feel like this month, that lesson that you have learned will come into practice. And the reason why your success was stalled up until now is because you had to learn that lesson. Because if you didn't learn that lesson, then you would have gotten the success and someone would have stole it all right out from underneath your feet. And actually, you know what I'm seeing in my mind when I say that is Elvis Presley. So he's the perfect example of that. Like, extremely successful, world famous, one of the most famous musicians in the world, still to this day. And his manager literally like not stole, but like manipulated all of his money away from him, all of his like ability to travel the world and everything. Like, it's a crazy story. So I'm feeling like that would have happened to you if you didn't like have this slow growth and like learn these lessons. Like, Spirit truly was preparing you for a high degree of success, fame, fortune, whatever it is that you want. And during that time where things were stalled, delayed, whatever, like, it actually wasn't. Like, you were going through kind of like a training course from spirits to prepare you for this level of success so that you don't attract these snakes that will try to take it away from you. We see a lot of that with people who have overnight success, okay? Like, literally all of these movies about any famous musician, look at all of them, they all had snakes around them trying to seep that success from them. And that's why you had to go through these lessons with these people from your past, because it's like, you know now, and you won't have that experience. So you were actually blessed. Rejection is divine protection. You were rejected from your own dream to learn this lesson, and now that you have learned it, success is going to come in so fast because you manifested all of it, and it's just been waiting. It's been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're opening the doors. So there you have it, Cancer. I love it for you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus as well for the fullest overview of this month ahead for you from my channel. Okay, I will see you for the next reading. Bye bye.